Hi everyone. So today I'm gonna film a wax Melt Empties video. I have quite a lot of stuff in front of me. I feel like I mentioned this in every video now, but we are planning to move soon. So it's like, I kind of want to melt through and burn through some things just so I don't have to transfer as much over to our new place. And it's been really fun because now that it's like really cold outside, we had like a week where we got snow every single day. It's actually been really cozy having like some candles burning in the background as well. So I've been having some fun with that. But yeah, I have so much different things in front of me. Let's just get started. And I think I'm gonna start with the, you know what? I kind of feel like just starting with the candle empties because I have them right to the side here and we usually do these last. So why not do these first? I have quite a bit of Bath & Body Works 3 wick candle empties. I actually did 2 pumpkin pecan waffles. I did these, I burned one, I enjoyed it. So I was like, you know what, let me just burn my other one in my collection. These are both from this year, just different packaging. And then here's the bottom of the candles if you are interested. But yeah, I enjoyed them. Pumpkin pecan waffles is a really, really nice blend. I feel like the Bath & Body Works version, at least the candle, is just slightly more on the nutty side, where I feel like a lot of vendor wax is a little bit more on the sweet side. Ooh, okay. I always say this every video though, like honestly, once you get down to the end, it doesn't really have necessarily like a great scent throw in my opinion, but it's more for like the aesthetic, the ambiance. Pumpkin pecan waffle smells pretty good all the way through, and then like I said, towards the end there you kind of don't get much scent, or it smells like the wick. But in general, I typically get pretty good performance from pumpkin pecan waffles. I also burned Hometown Sugar Cookies. So this one was kind of interesting. When I hauled this one, again, this is from this year, my husband said it smelled really strong on cold. I didn't think so. And when I burned this, honestly, I don't think, to me, it wasn't my preferred kind of a scent. I think I did smell something, but to me, it almost smelled more like burning cookies a little bit more than like a really nice edible cookie kind of a scent. So that was kind of like the scent throw I got, and I didn't personally like it. For a long time when I first started burning it, I thought I didn't get any scent throw, but towards the end there I was realizing like I think I am. It just smells not the greatest in my opinion, so I wouldn't repurchase this one. There's one cookie scent from Bath & Body Works that I do really love. I can't tell you how performance is yet because I haven't burned it, but I much prefer the Mary Cookie. I believe that one, that's what the name is, Mary Cookie on cold, much more than this one. I thought it was way stronger. I definitely prefer that one on cold, but I'll update once I actually go to burn that one. We also have a lemon pound cake. Iced lemon pound cake. This was actually from the summer. This was from like the semi-annual sale where I think I picked up another one of these on a really great price. I loved this one. You can kind of see 2 of the wicks went a little bit more than the third, but I really liked it. In the summer I got super good performance, which is why I picked this one up again. And yeah, this one, I would say pretty much all the way through smells like a really decadent, yummy, like realistic lemon pound cake. So really enjoyed that, and I was glad I picked up another one. I know this time of year, like it is a little bit more of a summery scent, a summery dessert, but like I said, I just feel like bakery and just candles in the fall and winter, the aesthetic is just really nice. So liked that one. We have a few single wick candles. So one is Vanilla Bean Noel, which I think I picked this one up last year because yeah, this one says $14.50. This one I picked up this year and it says $15.50. This is Vanilla Bean Noel. I'm pretty sure I got this on like the winter semi-annual, or the one that happens like after Christmas time. Last year I picked it up because I realized I loved Vanilla Bean Noel and body care so much. But honestly, as to be expected, Vanilla Bean Noel in like the candle form, I don't really feel like I got a scent throw. Also, it's hard to tell with the single wicks because the single wicks I feel like don't generally produce as much scent throw. as the 3 wick candle ones, but it was pretty. I thought the green wax was very festive. This is how much wax is still left in there after it burns itself out. So I enjoy the packaging and I enjoyed the ambiance, but not much of a scent throw. And then Marshmallow Fireside, this one was from this year. I picked this one up. Actually, I think it was my last Wax Melt Empties where I burned the Perfect Autumn, I believe. I did like a 2 for whatever the price is, 2 for $22 or something like that of the single wicks back in probably like late summer, where I picked up some of the fall single wick candles. And again, this one smelled a little bit better. I feel like Marshmallow Fireside was a little bit stronger, at least definitely stronger than the Vanilla Bean Noel. Again, like you had to be more like close to it, I would say, but I would get whiffs of it. I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I know you can get a lot of vendor wax dupes in Marshmallow Fireside. And again, I just let this one kind of burn itself out. So that's the amount of wax left in there. We have Fall Night Long. I've already shown this one, but I actually happened to see this in my Target, a 2-pack of the single wick Fall Night Longs. I have to say the 3 wick one burned much better. This started evening itself out. I think that's, it sounds weird, but for a while there it like tunneled really, really bad, and then it leveled itself out eventually, kind of. I mean, you can still see a little bit of like candle wax build up on the sides there, but it did kind of level itself out eventually. I just thought the 3 wick one, just scent throw and performance wise, smelled so much stronger than the single wick ones. These ones were more for ambiance, but I was much more impressed with the 3 wick one. It's kind of funny, like the single wick one, I feel like could have maybe had 2 wicks. The 3 wick one, at first I was thinking like it could have been 2 wicks, but I feel like 3 wicks was better because it did even itself out, but it just burned really quickly. Whereas this one, like, I don't know, it just wasn't a super clean burn, but I didn't have to baby it or anything, and I didn't want to, considering it was a single wick. Like I didn't cotton ball or anything like that. And then my last Hawaii candle, so this is the Bungalow Glow in Grass Skirt Holiday. So that's what it looks like. Again, I picked this one up in Hawaii when we went in February, and that it burned itself out right there. This one, from what I remember, and I can insert a picture when I was burning it, all 3 of my Bungalow Glow candles, the tips mushroomed out like crazy. And like I said, it was a very different wax formula than I was used to. You can even kind of see at the edges there, it kind of like bubbled a lot. Just some observations, but I mean, this one actually burned pretty cleanly, as you can see. And overall, I enjoyed it. I think it just reminded me of Hawaii. I liked this scent of how they smelled on cold. When you were close to them, you could kind of get whiffs of the scent. So those were all my candle empties, and I kind of just feel like doing some of these other random, like, non-vendor wax empties first. So I did a Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte Bath & Body Works shower gel. Enjoyed this one. It doesn't at all give me like coffee vibes. I know like latte, I think of coffee, but it was much more like the Marshmallow Pumpkin, and it was much more of like a body care leaning marshmallow pumpkin, not like an edible bakery. So I enjoyed that. I have one Scentsy scent circle in Hug in a Mug. This did really, really well for a couple days, and then it kind of just like the scent kind of went away. But like I always say, I leave this in my car like way longer than I can even smell the scent, but I don't just want to put it in for 2 days and then throw it out. And then I just put this one in my car this morning when we were driving to Target. Really, really good. Like I said, I feel like they do so good for like a couple days and then you can't smell them much. But even my husband was like, ooh, that smells really good. I kind of smell like peanut buttery graham cracker. I'm like, yeah, it's like, it's supposed to be peanut butter graham cracker. I think there might be like a chocolate note in there, maybe marshmallow, but you definitely smell the peanut butter in the scent circle. I didn't really pick up the peanut butter much in the wax, but I'd be willing to try this one out again this year in wax form just to see like if I notice the peanut butter or anything else stronger. We have, actually, let me just do my other Scentsy. So this was Watermelon Tangerine fragrance flower, and I kind of marked the day I started this. So this was from April 30th. You can see a little bit of oil in there, but to be honest, I don't get much of a scent throw, and it's starting to look a little gross, the flower. And so I've had my enjoyment out of it. This has gone a long time and the oil's still a little bit in there, but like I said, it's just kind of looking a little messy, and I would just be careful. Obviously, don't have this too close to like your wall. I had it on the toilet cover or whatever, like where you can lift up and see like the water. What am I trying to say? Not the toilet bowl, but like, you know how you can lift it up kind of where the flusher thing is. I don't know. Hopefully I'm not being gross, but I had it on like the back of the toilet, and it kind of like accidentally pushed against the wall. So the oil did like eat away at the paint on our wall. So I would just say like, make sure you don't accidentally bump it too close to the wall. But overall, when this was going, I would say the first like 2 months definitely smelled really, really good. And I definitely want to pick up more fragrance flowers maybe in the future. But I just, like I said, I've had my enjoyment out of it. I kind of like want to toss it now, but for a while there, it did really good. And I have a fragrance flower at my office on my desk there, because I just don't feel comfortable bringing like wax and a warmer to my office. But I do have a fragrance flower, and it's doing really well too. I would definitely, when that fragrance flower runs out on my desk, replace it with a new one. And I don't feel like it's like offensive. When I first brought it, I was a little nervous because it was super strong. It's like iridescent pearl. No one said anything. I think it smells really, really nice, and I like it sitting on my desk. Pumpkin Pecan Waffle Foaming Hand Soap from Bath & Body. I think I have another one of these, so I'll probably try to use through some of the fall ones before we really start getting into the Christmas, holiday, winter scents. I just have a few Scentsy clamshells, so why don't we just go on to those as well. Vanilla Waves. This was so pretty. This is the first time I actually warmed it. You can't get this one anymore, but it is in my club. And like I said, I was debating, do I want to just come January, just delete my club? But I'm leaning towards probably keeping it. I do have Vanilla Waves in my club, so I definitely want to keep it. It's so pretty. I would say like, it's not a powerhouse scent, but it's a nice medium kind of background scent. You do smell it, but it doesn't like hit you in the face. It's a very pretty scent that I don't think would bother anyone. To me, it comes off much more as like a body care vanilla. I wouldn't think it's like an edible bakery kind of scent. I have this, and I'm actually using it currently in body wash and body lotion, and I love it. I would totally put the body wash and body lotion in my club again for when it processes in January, or maybe the March one. But I really like the body wash and body lotion. It smells so good. Love it. Aloe water and cucumber. I honestly don't remember. I must have just added this in my club, or I don't know, picked it up in a 6-pack at some point. It was good, but like to me, it's nothing special, and it was kind of like a little bit leaning on the light end. It's really pretty, but just like, I don't need it in my club. Whipped lavender vanilla. I wrote it's more of like an herbal leaning lavender on cold, but to be honest, like I didn't really notice it or smell it on warm. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention, but didn't really get the greatest performance from what I can remember. So it's not something I would like repurchase immediately or anything like that. And then I just finished Inner Peace. This was another Bring Back My Bar from the past summer. I didn't end up keeping it in my club. It smells really nice. It reminds me of like a Lush bath bomb, Lush lemony bath bomb kind of a scent. It's really pretty. It's just not something I feel like I would warm super frequently, which is why I didn't end up keeping it in my club. Let's do scoopables. We're doing like the opposite because I usually do my Poly Pro bags first, but I think we're gonna end with those. I am experimenting with my Scoopable Wax Tart. I actually did a lot of Scoopable Wax Tarts. Those are, do I have any L3? No, it's all Scoopable Wax. because I was having kind of like hit and miss performance with the harder wax when I got like some of the 1/4 pie. So I was like, you know what? Let me go in my collection. Let me test some of the scoopables out again. I think a lot of them I actually got decent performance. So I think the scoopables do better than the harder wax, in my opinion. This one is Soothing Lavender Dreams. I loved this. I would say this is medium, maybe even leaning strong. I know Jenny from Rose Girls has this scent as well, and I love it. I love their lavender. It's kind of like an herbal leaning lavender, even though it says sweet lavender. To me, it comes off a little bit more herbal leaning, but it's got the beautiful sweet like marshmallow smoothie and the bakery from the zucchini bread. Like, I love a good lavender bakery scent. This was so good. And I think I actually have another one of these scoopables in my collection, which I'm happy about because performance-wise, I thought it was pretty good. We have Grapes and Huckleberries. This one, again, was a pretty strong one. I feel like you definitely get the grape. I mean, you can get some of like the berry note, but you definitely get the grape as well. So pretty good mixture of both. I liked it. It was a nice like fruity fun blend. And I also feel like with the Grapes and Huckleberries, it did lean more like a fall winter fruity. So this was really nice. This is Pecan Waffle Fluff Puffs. I think there were only 2 that I didn't get the greatest performance from, and it was these next 2 I'm going to show. To me, this was definitely on the lighter side. I didn't really notice it a whole lot. Like, if anything, it was just a very gentle pumpkin pecan waffle blend. I don't know if it's the Monster Cookie and Marshmallow Smoothie that just made it really light. I don't know, but I just didn't really notice this one on warm a whole lot. And then oddly enough, this one as well, I didn't really notice on warm. Maybe I'll have to try it out again because I know I had this scent from Rose Girls and I haven't warmed it yet. This is Luke's Diner, and you would think you'd smell it because it's a coffee scent, and usually coffee scents are strong, you know, the first few hours, but just for some reason the day I warmed this, I just really wasn't noticing it. But one thing I will say is like, what's hard with fall and winter warming is like, I don't leave the apartment as frequently as I do in the summer. So when you're sitting in your house like hours on end, you could just be going nose blind. Also, when it's colder out, we keep our apartment pretty cold. I feel like that also isn't helping at all with wax scent throws. So I don't want to be like too harsh because we did drop significantly in temperature and it's really cold now. Like today, the low is 9 degrees and the high is 22. So it's cold. It's really cold out. And so I don't want to say it's just purely the wax performance, because now that we're starting to change seasons and get colder, I feel like that could, you know, that could also affect scent throws. So I don't know, just keep that in mind too. These ones were so good. This one's Fluff Puffs at Tiffany's. Loved it. I love Jenny's cupcakes at Tiffany's, so I'd assume, like I said, I'd assume Kathy has like similar, if not the same scent oils. So good. I'm not sure about the Monster Cookie and Marshmallow Smoothie, but oh my gosh, did I get a very strong cupcakes at Tiffany's, and I loved it. This was really good. And then this one was a surprise. Like, out of all these other Scoopable Wax Tart, this was the surprise. When I smelled it on cold in the jar, I got a weird scent, and I don't know if it's like the plastic scoop. I'm not sure because I didn't pick that up from other ones, but there was something on cold that smelled a little bit off to me. But when I warmed this, oh my gosh, it was so good. Alice's White Rabbit, so strong. I did this one in my bathroom warmers, and then when I got such good performance in there, I think I did this in my office one day when I was working. This one was amazing and a surprise. Sometimes I feel like honeydew, like melon scents, they all kind of smell the same to me, but it must be some kind of mix of all these scent notes. It was really amazing. I would definitely consider picking this one up again in the future. Like, it was a surprise favorite. It was super like creamy bakery, like decadent, delicious, fruity bakery to me. I don't know. It was really, really good. This might have been like my all-time favorite of the Scoopable Tart Wax ones that I just showed, and it's a surprise. Like, I do like the scent notes, but it just really surprised me and was very unique. So liked that one a lot. We have a lot of like just little scent shots. So they're either samples or just, you know, a few things I purchased. This is a Pharmacist Daughter. I'm just going to do that because I also have some Pharmacist Daughter scent shots here. Lotion in Pink Peeps. I think it's strawberry and cotton candy or something like that. It's a very sweet, like it almost smells like a sour tart strawberry. It was really good. I've had their lotions before. I enjoy them. They're really nice to like rub into your skin. I feel like they feel pretty moisturizing. I enjoy them as long as I like the scent. I enjoy the lotion, and I do have a few more of their lotions in my collection. This is Apple Dumplings, and I split these up into 4 because these are really big scent shots. If you guys are familiar with the Swanky scent shot size, they're the same size as those. So this is the Pharmacist Daughter. This is a Swanky one, same size. And then this is like a Vintage Chic Scents sample shot. So they definitely vary in size. This one's, does it say the ounce size? This is 2 ounce scent shot, not necessarily wax ounce size, but 2 ounce scent shot. And then these are 3.25 ounce scent shots. So they're on the bigger side. So these ones I have no issues cutting into 4 chunks. So I did this one all throughout my living room kitchen warmers because I basically had 8 chunks that I could spread out throughout warmers, and it was really, really nice. I loved it. I thought it was a really good apple bakery. Oh, so pretty. Mac apple, funnel cake, vanilla butter fudge. It was really beautiful. I enjoy their apple bakery, I noticed. And then I have a few samples from them. These just came in some of my orders, so thought I would warm them. I cut them in half and usually just split them in my 2 bathroom warmers then, because there's nowhere else I can really just do like two of the same melt. Winds of the North. I'm pretty sure, let me smell it. It definitely has mint, maybe Palo Santo. It smells a little bit more masculine or cologne-like. I think all of these were maybe from like a masculine or cologne-like sampler or something like that. They all did really well in my bathroom warmers, performance-wise, really good. I would say lasted at least a day long each. And they surprised me. They weren't ones I think I would go out of my way to repurchase, but I did enjoy them when I warmed them. This one was No Escape. I think this one is... One of these ones I think is surprising because when I looked up the scent notes, I think there might be Blackberry Jam Butter Cookie, which I don't like that scent, but I didn't pick it up. Oh my gosh, I just threw it. And I'm pretty sure this has Palo Santo in it too. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty in the bathroom warmers. And then Grave Digger. Yeah, I think this one has maybe a woody note or Palo Santo. Again, not one I would necessarily pick up like on its own, but I did enjoy the sample scent shot, and performance-wise was really good in my bathroom warmers. I think I'll wait to do this Swanky one because I have some more Swanky in here, I know for sure. Well, let me just do it with the scent shots because I might even have some other Pharmacist Daughter and Vintage Chic Scents in polypro bags too. This one was Farmer's Market. I actually warmed this one. If you guys saw my sampler, my mystery sampler, I said I was probably going to warm this one because the lid did crack a little bit. So I was like, you know what? Let me just warm it. This was shockingly strong. I did it. I think I chopped it and did it in 1 tea light warmer and 1 just normal wax warmer in my living room. And it filled up the whole living room like with just this scent shot. Granted, it's a bigger scent shot. And like I said, typically I would cut these in 4ths. I think I either cut it in half and did it in 2 warmers that take like more wax, or I could have split this in 4 as well, but either way, I just did 1 scent shot in my whole living room open concept area, and I usually melt way more than just like 1 scent shot, and it filled up the entire living room area. This was so strong, and I would actually say pretty long lasting too, so I really enjoyed it. It's kind of like a quintessential fall scent. I definitely get some like spices in there. It kind of smells like a potpourri. But I really enjoyed it. It got me in like the fall holiday spirit. And I think I have another one in like a rose shape. So I'm excited to have another one. Then we have some Vintage Chic Scents samples. I just have a lot of these little scent shots and I was like, you know what, let me just cut these up. And most of them I did what I did with the Pharmacist daughter, where I cut it in half and did it in the bathroom warmers. These two I happen to have 2 of the same, so I actually did this in my bedroom warmers. Oh my gosh, was this so good. Trick or Treat. It just says Secret Spooky VCS Fall Blend. To me, it came off like a cider scent, a really nice sweet cider blend. It was so good. It was so good. If I saw this next fall, I would definitely pick this up. It was like a beautiful, I don't know, the only way I can describe it is just like a beautiful, sweet, like cider lane kind of a blend. Pink Chiffon Jackie O. To be honest, I didn't really smell this one in the bathroom warmers. To me, it smelled light on cold as well. Meet Me in St. Louis or St. Louis. So pretty. It's like a really pretty, sweet laundry blend, and this was like a powerhouse. This lasted a long time and was super strong in the bathroom warmers. Billy Bossa Nova's Key Lime Pie. This was amazing. Like such a creamy, decadent, like made me want to like crave key lime pie to eat. It was so good, and this was also pretty long lasting. And then Deputy Judy's Lemon Squares. This one, again, I didn't really notice this one, but to be fair, I think I put this in the bathroom warmers in the morning one day before I went into the office to go into work. So to be fair, I wasn't really home. Probably during the peak time, this would have smelled strong. So yeah, those were some VCS Scent Shot sample cups. Now let's move into my Polypro bags. So I think I have these like as organized as possible. So let's just start. I have quite a few Noel's Farm scents that I warmed. I think most of these, I did these like split them up in bathroom warmers on different days. We have Love Spell, very pretty. If you like the dupe, the Love Spell perfume, you would love this. It smelled like a pretty spot on dupe. Very pretty in the bathroom warmers. Laundry Day. Actually, I think I mixed and matched. So these were 2 samples that came with, you know, the 2 little perfect squares. And I actually think I mixed and matched, like I did 1 lemon sugar cake and 1 Laundry Day in each of my bathroom warmers. And it was really pretty. Laundry Day smelled super strong on cold. And I just thought like, I don't know, we'll just mix and match these 2 scents samples. And I really enjoyed it. Amazing Falls. This was like a fresh / floral scent. It was super strong in the bathroom warmers. And it was nice for the bathroom, but it's not something that I feel like I would like repurchase. But it was a nice like bathroom scent. And then this is Orchid and Sea Salt. Again, kind of on the same lines as Amazing Falls. It smelled kind of like a fresh floral. And it was very strong. Again, I enjoyed it while I warmed it. Maybe I would add them into, you know, an order if I was making one in the future, but it's not one that I would necessarily like write down and like immediately go to repurchase. But they were all really strong. I get really good performance from Noel's Farm scents. Sorry if my hair is annoying. It just keeps falling in my face today. Okay. I think I only have one Body's Harmony. This is That Bread. This was from last April. This reminded me, if you're familiar with VCS's Jack-O-Lantern or Zucchini Pumpkin Bread by Rose Girls, this was very in line with those kind of scents. So this was cornbread, zucchini, pumpkin bread, fresh baked bread. Like it just reminded me of like a not very sweet bakery, like pumpkin bakery. But really good throw. And sometimes I want that. Like sometimes I need to take a break from like the really, really sweet, sugary sweet bakery scents. And this was just a really nice kind of more, I wouldn't even say savory. It just wasn't a very sweet bakery scent, but throw wise was really, really good and strong. We have one K's scented melts. This was one of my customs in Pumpkin Party. Pumpkin sugar donuts, pumpkin pecan waffles, vanilla bean Noel. This was good, very pumpkin sugar donuts heavy, and really good throw. So far I've had really good performance from my K's. This, I will say, has the prettiest like mica glitter in it. I don't know, I was like mesmerized in the warmers when these little cubes went to melt. I just thought it was so gorgeous. But all in all, performance wise, really nice from K's. I did quite a few Zape because I did recently chop up a lot of my Zape fall melts. This one is Pumpkin Patch. This one was kind of like a spicy pumpkin, nutmeg, clove. Like, to me, there was no sweetness in this blend. Even though it says like vanilla and it says orange peel, I didn't get those two notes. It was definitely more spicy leaning. Not my favorite, to be honest, on warm, but it was a pretty strong scent throw. I definitely feel like my Scape performance has gotten better. I used to feel like I really couldn't smell it at all, but I would say it's at least a medium for me this year. Autumn Walk, maple leaves, apple peel, and clove. This was super strong in my office warmers, so like it definitely too, like if I do it in my living room warmers, I would say like it's a medium. If I do it in my office warmers in the room I'm doing my video in right now, this is a pretty small room, so I almost always get good performance. So in my office, like it was very strong. I would definitely say I got kind of like a fall fruit scent on warm. Haunted Hill, Autumn Breeze, Earthy Woods, Tonka, and Musk. I'm not sure how I felt about this scent in general, but performance-wise, it was pretty good. I would say it was probably like medium to strong. I just don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if it was like the Earthy Woods, Tonka, Musk, something, it was like, maybe it was like sweet but musky. I don't know. It just wasn't my absolute favorite scent, but performance-wise was pretty good. Halloween Town. This one was, so this one I did in my living room kitchen area. So this is one where I think if I would have done it in my office warmers, it would have been stronger. In my living room, it was probably like a gentle medium. It was okay. It was not my favorite cider scent, but it was, you know, I enjoyed it while I warmed it. And then Cashmere and Leaves, I did this one in my bedroom warmers. This is the only one, to be honest, I didn't really notice too much, but for some reason my bedroom doesn't get the best scent throw sometimes, so I don't know. Might have been just the room I happened to melt it in. It might have been that throughout the day I don't go in my bedroom as much, so I don't want to be like too harsh on scents that I melt in there, because sometimes it's just my own fault for not going in that room super frequently. We have a few Teddy Bees. This one is PB&J from last September. Oh my gosh, this was a surprisingly good scent. Like, I feel like this one, when people picked this one up, it was like hit or miss. People liked it or didn't. I really enjoyed it. I thought this was super good. And actually, this was probably like a strong for Teddy Bees. Like, I typically get like, I like to say gentle medium with Teddy Bees, but usually it lingers. I would say this is strong for Teddy Bees, and it was super long lasting. To me, mainly what I smelled is like the honey and the peanut butter. Didn't really get any jam, didn't really get the bread note, but I definitely got like a sweet honey peanut butter scent, and it smelled really like realistic of like a peanut scent. It was really good. It was really good. I enjoyed it. This was a surprise favorite. I don't think I would pick this up in large quantities again, but if I saw this, I'd definitely get it in like another souffle. Very unique. I don't feel like I've smelled a scent like exactly like that before. This is I Heart Vanilla Pumpkin. I have to say, cure time definitely benefited this one, at least in my opinion. This was from October of last year. I remember for the longest time, I really barely smelled this on cold. I think it's the I Heart Vanilla, like the creamy vanilla marshmallow, vanilla milkshake, boardwalk marshmallow clouds. Like, to me, those aren't like powerhouse scents, right? When I went to warm this was like a surprise favorite. Like, I've heard this from other people too. I think Teddy Bees definitely needs a long cure time, and then performance wise, it's really, really good. Especially Vanilla Bakery always benefits always benefits with longer cure time, I think. So I actually love this one. To me, even though it seems like it might be bakery, to me it was much more body care vanilla leaning. I'm pretty sure the scent that I got the strongest was the Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds. I don't even know if I smelled any pumpkin, and if it was pumpkin, it was definitely like a body care leaning pumpkin, not like a bakery edible pumpkin, but it was really good. And again, I would say it was like a medium, if not strong performer. I did this one, actually I did both of these in my office warmer, so that's also probably why it was stronger, because my office is our smallest room in our apartment, and typically I do get good performance in here. Would definitely consider picking that up again, or consider picking up more of her I Heart Vanilla blends in the future and just make sure I let them cure for a long time, and then at least, you know, I've been having good performance. This was a chunk bag of cinnamon toast. This was really, really nice. This was like a gentle medium, but that's because I did this one in my living room kitchen area. So when it is in a larger room, it just is lighter to me. Like I really do think to set yourself up for success, it's probably better to do maybe Teddy Bees in smaller rooms, but I mean, you can do it in larger rooms too. I'm sure depending on the blend, it could be strong, but usually it's more of like a medium scent, which again, sometimes is good. Like, especially when I have guests over, I don't want to like overwhelm them with like a crazy amount of fragrance just because I'm used to it. Other people might not be used to it. So there are pros to having scents that are a little bit on the gentler side too. And this is Witches Be Crazy, another chunk bag from last year. Oh my gosh, I just really like Witches Be Crazy. This was super strong, but again, I did this in my office warmers, so a smaller room. It's pumpkin pecan waffles, but like you totally pick up the other notes, the other bakery notes in here. It's not just like an overwhelmingly pumpkin pecan waffle blend, because sometimes that can take over a blend. She just calls it pecan waffles. I feel like in general, it's the pumpkin pecan waffles dupe, because any pumpkin pecan waffles, I don't necessarily smell pumpkin. It's really more of a nutty bakery. So I think it makes sense that she just calls it pecan waffles, but yeah, it's really, really nice. I think I have at least another one of these in a souffle or tub in my collection, and I'm super happy about that. Would definitely look to pick up this blend again in the future. Actually, this is in the wrong spot. Let me put this with my other one. Okay. A few Rose Girls. We have Autumn Mountain. I think this is a Mario blend. This is more Cider Lane and Dunk My Donut. I think I surprisingly didn't pick up pumpkin pecan waffles too much. I say surprising because typically I feel like pumpkin pecan waffle takes over a blend, but it didn't in this one. It was definitely more cider. It was a pretty fall scent. I really enjoyed it. It was like a medium. I don't remember if I picked up more of that. I don't know. I'll have to see. Okay, this one was Blueberry Donut Holes. Love blueberry. It almost gave me like a cotton candy blueberry vibe. And I think I remember saying this when I did a Donut Holes, like, was it my Cookie Land sampler? I think I had like a Donut Holes Cookie Land or something, and it was a super like sugary sweet blend as well. So I think the Donut Holes is just a really, really sweet sugary scent. This was so good though. Very long lasting, I would say, and super strong. I definitely enjoyed this. I love a good blueberry scent blend. Butter pecan cake with pumpkin frosting. Honestly, this was definitely on the lighter side. I felt like it was light on cold, and it also was light on warm. And then this is apple fritter, sugar, spice, and everything nice. Again, for some reason, like I cannot pick up apple fritter notes super strongly. I feel like to me, they're always pretty light and I almost never notice them too much. So this one again was like a little bit on the light end. Okay, these were my other swankies that I wormed. So I did 2 samples from my most recent pre-order. The first sample was Flower Child. This isn't my preferred kind of a scent. I don't think I would repurchase this one personally because it was like very woodsy, earthy, like cedar wood, woodsy kind of a scent. But I have to say, boy, was this a powerhouse scent. Lasted so long. I think this lasted multiple days in my bathroom warmer, if I'm remembering correctly. So performance-wise, so good. And then this one too, the Melon Patch. Very, very pretty, like chapsticky melon scent. I like that, but you have to like kind of that artificial melon. And then this is Coffee House Cozy Mitten Zucchini. I think I cut this up in my last Chop and Chat. This one was good, but it was surprisingly not as strong as I thought it would be. I would say it was like, you know, like maybe a medium throw. I just thought it was going to be stronger because of the Coffee House. It was really pretty. It just, like I said, wasn't as strong as I initially anticipated that it would be. But I definitely consider trying a blend like this again in the future, like a Cozy Mittens blend for sure. Okay, we have some L3. We have vanilla cookies, vanilla wafers, vanilla ice cream. This one honestly was not that crazy on cold sniff, but on warm it was so good. I almost always have this happen with L3 bakery, vanilla bakery. Like I always feel like meh, doesn't smell like anything crazy on cold. Oh my gosh, on warm was this amazing. It smelled like a buttery vanilla cookie to me, really good and really strong. So I don't know if it was the vanilla cookie or vanilla wafer. I doubt it was the vanilla ice cream, so I think it was one or both of the two top scent notes on here, but it was super good. Vertigo, Marshmallow, Fireside type, and Cotton Candy Corn. I definitely got the Marshmallow Fireside. It was kind of like a smoky, toasty kind of a scent note. It was good. I'm not sure if I got any of the candy corn. I didn't mind it while I warmed it, but it wasn't an immediate favorite, so I don't know if I would go to repurchase this one in the future. Cabin in the Woods, Mallow Fireside, Earl Grey Tea, Vanilla Buttercream. This one was super strong. This was like a creamy, cozy scent. I definitely got the buttercream and like the Earl Grey tea. That's kind of what came out the most to me. The buttercream was like really, really strong. I'm not sure about the Mallow Fireside, but I definitely got the buttercream and like a tea kind of a scent with some like tea spices. It was really good. This one is Blueberry Cobbler Sugar Cookie Royale. Loved it. I love Blueberry Bakery. I love Sugar Cookie Royale. So together, this was amazing. Like if I saw this in a loaf, I would be tempted to pick it up. This is Roasted Coffee Pumpkin Pecan Waffles Cookie Therapy. This was in line with that swanky one. For some reason, it wasn't as much of a powerhouse as I was expecting it to be. Maybe it was just my nose. Maybe it was the days I was warming. I would say it was like a medium. So I mean, it wasn't bad. The swanky one and this one, they weren't bad. It's not like I didn't smell them. They just weren't as powerhouse as I thought they'd be, but enjoyed it. And I do tend to enjoy all these notes in here. We have Snooze Button, Sweet Lavender, Vanilla Bean, Noel, and Buttermints. This is a staple. I love this one. I've purchased this one before. I have a backup loaf in my collection. So good, so pretty. If you like lavender, minty, bakery blends, definitely give that one a try. Sugared Shortbread, Sugar Cookie Royale, and Buttercream. Love all these notes. Love anything with Sugar Cookie Royale. This was amazing. Good on its own. Great as like a bakery blender. Cookie Therapy, Santa's on Keto. Amazing. Loved it. Strong for a few hours. I will say like Santa's on Keto is one of my favorites and it's so strong, but it's not the longest of lasting. And sometimes that happens with me with L3 scents in general, where they're super strong and I get really good performance, but they don't linger super long. I'm usually ready to change it out, you know, halfway throughout the day, which is totally fine. I love changing and switching out my scents, so that's not an issue for me. But if you want a very long lasting scent, it's not always from L3, but they do have some powerhouse long lasting fragrances, but some of them aren't. Some of them are powerhouse, but not super long lasting. And that's how I felt about this one. But boy, was it so amazing for the few hours I smelled it. So I did really well with my L3 loaves. I feel like I had some really good ones. We have some Sassy Girl Aroma. I was experimenting with this as well because there were a few, I think it was my last Wax Melt Empties, where there were a few I wasn't noticing super strongly. So I kind of wanted to test out a little bit more. This is Rolling Scones. Again, I think honestly this might have been my only one in this round of empties where I didn't feel like I had the best performance, and I'm not sure why. Pumpkin Pecan Waffle, Vanilla Bean Noel Birthday Cake. I just didn't notice it. I remember telling my husband to, because I remember I had like a handful of brittles and told him, okay, pick one out and we'll warm it tonight. He picked this one out and I was like, after, you know, 30, 45 minutes, I was kind of like, do you smell anything? And he's like, no, I don't smell anything. And I was kind of like, I don't really either, to be honest. So I don't know. A few of her bakery scents I'm not smelling super strongly. I'm not sure why. But in general, I get good performance. But I'm just pinpointing which ones I would repurchase and which ones, you know, you're going to have that with vendors. You know, you'll have your favorites and then you'll have a few that you're like, meh, it was okay. You know what I mean? This is Brandy. This one smelled really, really good. I enjoyed this a lot. It's not too zucchini bread heavy. You definitely get like other bakery notes in there, which I guess would just be the birthday cake, which surprises me sometimes because I don't always think birthday cake is a super strong scent note, but I definitely didn't just get straight zucchini bread. It was a really pretty bakery. I just did it on its own, but I could totally see this one being a great blender as well. Rolling pin, pumpkin pecan waffle, sugar cookie dough, and birthday cake. This one was a pumpkin pecan waffle bakery, but I think this one did really well. This was like a medium throw, really pretty pumpkin pecan bakery blend. Like the pumpkin pecan waffles wasn't too overpowering. You definitely picked up some of those other bakery notes. So I really enjoy it. I keep a wax melt spreadsheet so I remember which one I like again, because it's like I would never remember off the top of my head, was it rolling scone or was it rolling pin I liked? So I just make sure I have this like Google Sheets thing going for like all the different vendors, and I always make notes after I warm, and I have like inventory basically, so I just know what's in my collection, so I don't repurchase the same scent over and over again if I have it in my stash. Or I can go back and reference, did I like this one? Have I tried this one before? What were my thoughts? Did I get good performance? Did I not enjoy it? Just so I remember, because I try out so many different blends and vendors that like I just cannot remember off the top of my head sometimes. This one is IHOP, very popular blend from Julie, and I can see why. It was really pretty. I enjoyed it a lot. Again, this was another pumpkin pecan waffle bakery that I think did really well. So you just have to experiment like which scents do well for you and which ones, you know, maybe aren't as strong. The pumpkin, sorry, not the pumpkin pecan waffle. The coffee in here though, it definitely wasn't overpowering. So if you're not a huge coffee fan, but you like pumpkin pecan waffle bakery, I'd say still give this one a try, because like the coffee's not too overpowering or overwhelming. Really pretty. I actually finished up this bag this morning, and it's beautiful. It's a really nice scent. Blueberry pumpkin cornbread, love. I'm so sad I'm out of this. This was amazing, beautiful, very good mix of blueberry and the pumpkin pecan waffles. Honestly, I didn't notice cornbread, vanilla bean Noel. It's probably in there, but it's definitely blueberry and pumpkin pecan waffle. And I would say it's like a good even mix of the blueberry and pumpkin pecan waffle, like so pretty. I would definitely repurchase this in the future. Like I loved it. I thought it was amazing, and I'm really sad that I'm out of that one. Wrapping it up with the last two I have were two loaves from Vintage Chic Scents. This one is Aunt Nellie's Strawberry Poundcake Supreme. This one was light to like a gentle medium, but again, maybe it's because I did it more in my open concept area. Maybe I should have done this in a smaller room, but you know, I got the strawberry pound cake lightly, but it wasn't like super strong or noticeable. You know, it was there in the background, but not a crazy powerhouse scent, which is kind of normal for VCS. I do every once in a while get a strong performer, but in general, I would say it's like light to medium. And then this is Aunt Nellie's Sticky Marshmallows. This is one more where like, honestly on its own, I don't think it was anything like too special or like out of this world. It was just kind of a sweet zucchini bread because it's the marshmallow zucchini bread. I honestly mixed this one because I didn't really notice it when I melted it on its own, so I just kind of like blended it in with other scents here and there to use it up. So not one I would repurchase like again personally, but you know, it was nice to kind of blend around, blend in other scents. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been having a lot of fun melting through my stash and chopping up a lot of different things. It's been really fun to like shop my stash. There are so many great blends that I'm finding in my collection where I'm like, I didn't even know I had this. Like, this is amazing. Like, you know, or like, oh my gosh, like why am I repurchasing blends that are so similar or something like that? Like, it's just fun to shop my stash lately. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video.